You're playing like such a backwards game because you know, in a sense, you're using what somebody else would consider competition as external tools to gain not just knowledge, but just even downright experience and networking.
Mhm.
And then like I know you're an advocate for like self competition within yourself, and so it's like it's weird like you're competing with yourself and not with the people that like would be considered competition. But funny enough, you're using them as tools to better the competition within yourself.
Of course, and on top of that, it's like I'm an artist myself. I know how many fans, companies, promoters, business businessmen, whatever, breathing down our necks 24/7 on top of like again all the personal life
Right.
sacrifices, family sacrifice, friend sacrifice, like all the stuff we have to give up and like deal with during all this. The last thing they need is a Twitter beef or social.
Yeah,
And
I know
I
what you
see
mean.
it even to this day with the biggest artists just going at it, and I'm like, honestly, it looks mad pathetic. Like we're professionals, like people look up to us. Like, yeah, we're all
Yeah,
human and
yeah.
we're allowed to feel things, but there's a right way to do things and there's a wrong way to do things.
It's funny because
Like,
before you poked fun at like the term influencer, and funny enough, the people who don't consider themselves as influencers are like actual, true, authentic influencers, and you're saying there's a huge responsibility to that.
if because like I don't consider myself an influencer,
Hmm.
and in a year I organically grew to 100K, but like, what did I influence you to do? And like,
Right.
yeah, I'll get a lot of messages like, hey man, like I started DJing because of you, this and this. I love to inspire. That's one of like a goal of mine, to inspire the next generation and to teach and that sort of realm of things. But like, I don't think I'm an influencer by any means, and I definitely also think it's like Spider-Man, with great powers come great
Yeah,
responsibility. Like,
yeah.
we have a platform that a lot of people look at. Like, we have to, one, be role models,
Right.
sit down and shut up when we got to sit down and shut up, and also stand our ground and stand up when it's time to stand up. That being said, you have a lot of people that are petty in that
Hmm.
aspect
Of
with a lot of
course.
things.
Right.
So I would say, like, wrapping up, how does it not drive you insane at the end of the night? It's like, you could be a snake in this industry and work your way up. You're not going to be up there for a long time. Knowing that and this is going to sound cocky, obviously, with this next
Yeah.
statement,
No,
but
go
like,
for it, man.
I
Go for it.
really try to like ground myself, and I have you and like other friends and people trying to ground me as well. Like, if I ever get out of line, like, I'm not
Yeah,
perfect,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
human, but it's staying humble, staying genuine, and knowing that like I would never stoop to their level. And again, I mess up, I'm human, but like, I know why I'm here.
Right.
I'm here because this is the one place we can go to escape everything else
Right.
that's out here. And literally, it's my job, it's my duty, it's my
Yeah.
influence.
Yeah, I mean, like you're sort of you're inspiring yourself in a way because like you put so much like sickness, blood, and sweat and tears into all of this. So you're like, that look, if somebody's here, even if it's the easy way, I know within myself that like if shit really goes wrong in this industry, they won't survive because I'm the one that like went through some sort of pain and sacrifice just to like, earn my love, right?
And I'm not
Forget it,
saying that they don't deserve it any more
of
than I
course.
do or anyone else. I'm just saying it's not that it's none of my beef. If like you want to work together and like you want to see each other strive, great.
Yeah,
If we don't click and we're just not boys and like we see each other around,
yeah,
great. If you don't like me, great. But don't, let's not make it a public issue, and let's keep it moving. I have my own brand and business that I've worked years to build.
hmm,
One little argument or altercation is
yeah.
not worth
No,
everything
no,
I've built, because literally, that's the thing. It's people switch up so fast, whether it's viewers or people you're working with, even when finances come into
going
play
back to
too.
that like knowing
Yeah,
what's real and what isn't real
yeah,
type of
like
stuff.
you just
Yeah,
got to be really careful, because like, especially being that quote unquote CEO of this brand, everything's on me. If this falls, I'm the one to blame, and the entire ship goes with it. The
Right.
captain's
You're,
going
you're,
down with the
carrying,
sea.
you're carrying the risk. You're carrying 100% of the risk.
So if
yeah.
I see an iceberg dead ahead, it's like
Yeah.
I'd rather stray away from it. Than go directly on. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's just not worth it.
That's perfect because like that legit circles back to what we were talking about before about, you know, allocation of risk, because that's really what it is, you know. So yeah, like how do you not lose sleep at night from all this? Because one, you've diluted what it means to compete, first of all, because now the people that, whether they get there the easy way or the hard way, you know that they have something useful for you. So there's a win in it. Like it's almost like, thank God that you made it to this point, right? Because now I can like filter
Even
you.
right down to a friendship or something,
So
or a
yeah,
few words of wisdom.
you've diluted that aspect into a positive manner. So like the question almost becomes irrelevant. It's almost like, how do you not lose sleep over carrying the risk? You know, like you're carrying this is your legit future, and then it's like, you know, how do you not go crazy with that? And like to kind of answer the question, even myself a little bit, you know, part of not knowing the structure and stuff like that, like what I was talking about before, yeah, sometimes you just don't get sleep. You know, how do you sleep? Sometimes
Like
you just
like
don't.
people are like, what do you? That's my most asked question, and it's
Yeah,
like people are like, you're up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Like I was in Miami 2-3 weeks ago for Miami Music Week. I was up from Tuesday to Saturday.
Yeah. That's a perfect segue, by the way. Like, fucking, let's go into it, bro. This is my,
Let's do it, because
Miami Music Week now, like we're
vendors and lack of sleep, I know a thing or two about.
Please go. The mic.